I don't want to pretend that I'm the person that sits in front of the mirror and does affirmations every single morning, because I'm not. I didn't want this channel to turn into this space where it's like I'm just preaching and I'm just, acting like I have it all together and the queen of personal growth and all, because I'm not. So where is my mental health at these days? This is going to be like an interactive kind of thing, like I'm going to ask you to pause the video, answer the questions, reflect with yourself. We're going to be one with ourselves. Hello and welcome to my channel. If you are new around here, I am Jamie and this is my Echo is Hell kitchen. If you're not new around here, welcome back to my space here on the interwebs. It is so good to have you. Today we're going to have a little mental health check-in. Yes, you and me, because your girl needs it. And I figured if I need it, there's someone else out there that needs it too. So if that is you, don't worry, I got you, girl. If you are a long-time viewer of this channel, you already know what time it is. It is iced coffee time, baby. So let's do it. And when I say iced coffee, I mean a very extremely watered down coffee because I can't handle caffeine. Okay. I watered it down and it still tastes too strong, but that's going to be a problem for future Jamie, who's probably going to be on the toilet shortly after making this video. Let's go. Now, if you are someone that happens to be in a great mental health space right now, then this might not be for you. But mental health does not discriminate, so there's a good chance that you might need this down the line. So hopefully this can be an ongoing resource for you on your journey to personal excellence. So save it if you want. Or subscribe if you haven't already so that you can see more content and go back and watch this at some point in the future. Can I also just say that I almost didn't get dressed for this video? And I want to talk about that before we get into things, because the reason why I didn't want to get dressed was because I was like, I'm talking about mental health and, not feeling myself. So I shouldn't show up with makeup and put on my wig and all the things. And then I remembered something that I read yesterday, the other day. And it was one of those little graphics. And it was just a picture of a girl that had all her makeup on, her hair did. And then it was a girl that looked like she just woke up, hair messy, not done, bags under her eyes and all that kind of stuff. And it said something along the lines that someone struggling with mental health, showing the girl that was Hot Mess Express. And then the one all put together, someone also struggling from mental health. And so I just was I'm gonna get ready and do what I was going to do and put some makeup on and all that kind of stuff. I don't always look like this. And I know that on these videos, I do my hair and makeup and all of that kind of stuff. But if you go over to my Van Life channel, you will see me in all my glory. And I'm usually in a baggy t-shirt or gym clothes. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know this. I do not look like this all the time, okay? This takes effort. And you know what? I just wanted to feel cute today because ever since lockdown life, I just haven't been getting dressed up as much. And I usually live in a van in my free time. So I'm not wearing all these cute clothes, I'm not dressing up, putting makeup on when I'm living in the van on the side of a lake. So anyway, I just wanted to really come on and drill that in, that mental health struggles don't look a certain way. And just because someone might be coming into the office and well put together, that doesn't mean that they're not struggling mentally. And I know for me personally, sometimes I will do my hair and makeup when I'm feeling down as a way to kind of make me feel a little bit better. Just a reminder out there that mental health struggles don't look a certain way. And you can definitely be dressed to the nines and be struggling up there in your noggin, okay? So be kind. Be kind to others because you just don't know what people are going through. Also, I changed my nose ring. Did anyone notice? How cute is that? I've got a whole pack of them. One of them has a bedazzled, what's the word? Bedazzled. One of them has a bedazzled jewel on it. Well, a couple of them do. And they're so extra. And I'm oh my God, can I pull that off? And I'm I'm gonna do it. Stay tuned. But I'm just not ready yet. I'm just I'm rocking this one. So It almost fell out in the shower, which is the whole reason why I got my other nose ring, because it kept falling out. So anyway, I'm not gonna keep talking about everything. Oh my God. So where is my mental health at these days? I don't know, guys. I've just been in a funk lately, you know? And by the time you're watching this, you'll be happy to know that my mental health is doing a lot better. But I've just been in a funk, like just not feeling myself. You know the feeling. And of course it always comes at the right time, like when you're about to launch a new YouTube channel focused on helping other people improve their life. I don't like this feeling. I don't like not feeling myself. And most importantly, I don't like not knowing how to fix it or what is actually triggering it and all of the, it's just like, I get so in my head. And so I wanted to come on here and just like keep it real in a sense. I didn't want this channel to turn into this space where it's like I'm just preaching and I'm just, you know, acting like I have it all together and the queen of personal growth and all, because I'm not, okay? I am not the queen of personal growth. I'm the queen of tacos. That's about it, okay? That's all. I'll take my claim to fame. I love tacos. But you know, I didn't want it to become that. I'm trying to be very conscious of, while I'm growing this channel, that I don't just preach things. And I really want to share my content in a way that helps other people, but I want them to see that I'm in the trenches with them. Like, I have not arrived at this state of personal growth. I feel like personal growth is such an ongoing journey, but I'm not there yet. I have still so many things I need to work on. And a lot of things that I'm sharing here, I'm working on myself. So I just want to make that clear, if I haven't in previous videos, that I'm still doing the do as well. I'm still working on myself. I still hit the bumps in the road. I still have issues with my self-worth. I still have issues with my mental health. I still have all the issues. It's just I am constantly striving to improve it, to correct it, you know, to acknowledge the setbacks and all of the things, because it is a journey. And I really want to just create a space where I can share what I'm learning. I can share what's working for me. I can share what helped me in the past. And then I can have mental health check-ins when I'm not doing so great. And I can just be vulnerable and hopefully build a community of people that, you know, are on the similar journey, that we can support each other. That is like where I'm at, my intentions for this page and this channel and this brand. I just really want to bring people together on the journey of improving their lives. So I hope that you do join me on this journey. And I just want to stop and say thank you to everyone that has supported along the way up until this point. I know that I am still a very baby channel, but I just get excited, you know, with every comment, with every like, with every anything. The support does not go unnoticed. And although my channel is very, very small, I'm just so grateful. I really am so grateful, because this is something I've wanted to do for a while, and you really don't understand how much the support means. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm going to share some things that I've been doing and some things I've been reflecting on in this time that I've been working on improving my mental wellness. But I'm also going to throw out a challenge to you. And if you're not new around here, you know I love giving you a weekly challenge. So don't even act surprised, okay? So later in this video, I'll give you some questions to go through, and you can take as much time as you want on this. You know, 10 minutes is a good starter, but take longer if you need. And it's questions that I really want you to sit down and really reflect with yourself and really like check in, like get in touch with yourself, like really like take these questions in. Don't just skim over them. So if you need to pause this or come back to it, definitely do that. I highly recommend not coming back to it another day, because that day might not come, okay? Give yourself this time for your mental health. That's what this is. This is time for your mental health. Focused time for your mental health, which is so important. And just know that this is a normal part of life for us to hit these spaces in our lives where we're just not feeling ourselves. It's normal. You're normal. It's going to be okay. So one of the things that really helped me was reevaluating my morning routine. I am a firm believer in win the morning, win the day. And I am constantly striving to just set my morning routine up in a way that helps me thrive in that phase and season of life. So this constantly evolves as I evolve and as things change in my life. I think that one thing that you can do that can be very damaging is trying to stick into a routine that isn't working for you anymore. So don't be afraid to switch it up. And if you need some inspiration, you probably want to check out my mental toughness video that I did in the beginning of this year. It's just something that I like to do to just switch up the energy, and so it might give you ideas of what you can do if you are feeling like your morning routine is a little stale and crusty. So check that one out. So reevaluating my morning routine and setting myself back up for success, figuring out what was working and what wasn't working, and making the adjustments as needed. My goal for the morning was to set an uplifting tone to kick off the day. So whether that was getting up and doing 5 minutes of stretching and listening to a 10-minute mindset podcast and then drinking a green juice, it was something simple, it was something effective, and it set that uplifting tone for the day. If you are looking to switch up your morning routine, I would always suggest striving for something that is simple, doable, yet very effective. Because you can set a simple task for you to do for yourself in the morning, but if you're not getting the results that you want, and if it's not kicking off your day the way that you want, then it's really not working for you. So just make sure that it is something that is working and helping you get into the mindset that you want to get into for the day and helping you feel good and do all the things and all that. Make sure it works for you and that it's not just something that you're picking just because it's easy. It needs to be effective as well, okay? We're here for results, girl. You know what I mean? Because it can be so easy to overcomplicate things, and that can just lead to burnout over time. So we want to avoid that, and we want to make sure it's effective as well as simple. So now let's flip it over to you, okay? It's your turn. How are you feeling today? Like really, how are you feeling today? Take a minute, think. How am I feeling today? Am I feeling tired? Am I feeling good? Am I feeling excited? Am I motivated? Am I sluggish? Am I hungry? Am I wired off caffeine? Check in with yourself, physically and mentally. And take a few minutes to really, really sit with this. Like, I really want you to get clear and still on how you are physically and mentally. All right, next, I'm gonna give you some questions to sit and reflect on. Write them down, or you can mentally do them, but I believe that there is power in physically writing these things down. So that will always be my suggestion. And I'm gonna put them here on the screen for you so that you can screenshot it and go back to it, keep it on your phone, print it out, do what you need to do so that you can be successful in this exercise. What is the main thing that is taking up space in your mind lately? How are you nourishing your body? What was your last full meal, and have you been drinking enough water? How have you been sleeping? What have you been doing for exercise? What did you do today that made you feel good? What's something you can do today that would be good for you? What's something that you're looking forward to in the next few days? And what are you grateful for right now? All right, if you have finished all your questions, we will go on to the last part of this exercise. If you have not finished the questions, please finish them, check in with yourself, answer these questions, and come back to the last part when you're done. It's okay, it's not going nowhere. I'm gonna be here waiting for you, girl, okay? Take your time. Lastly, we're gonna end with some affirmations. And I am not the best with affirmations. I know there's people that, use them religiously and stare in their mirror and say these every single day. I do feel that they are powerful, but I don't want to pretend that I'm the person that sits in front of the mirror and does affirmations every single morning, because I'm not. But I do feel that if you are in a negative space, being able to check in and say positive things can be very, very, very powerful. So I do encourage you, if you don't want to be the person that does them every single morning, at least get in the habit of doing them when you feel like you mentally need them, if that makes sense. So that's my suggestion. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do, but hopefully this can help someone out there that is trying to find their way to, personal growth and finding what works for them. These affirmations can be whatever you want them to be. If you've watched my self-love series, I talk a little bit about the importance of them and how important it is to redirect our thoughts, because as humans, we instinctively think negative thoughts, around 80 to 90% of the time. And if you want to hear more about that, listen to my self-love series. I talk about that in part 2, I believe. So definitely go check that out. So we tend to just steer to negative thoughts. I think it is important to redirect our thoughts from negative to positive when we are able to consciously, I can never say this word. When we're actively able to catch ourselves, thinking negatively, I think it's so important to redirect that thought as quickly as possible. So if you are not someone that's going to be doing affirmations every single day, this is another way that you can implement them into your life and just using them as needed kind of prescription for yourself. And it doesn't have to be this big woo-woo thing where you sit and you write them on your mirror and all that kind of stuff. You can literally just be like laying in bed and like close your eyes and like take a couple of deep breaths and just repeat them 3 to 5 times to yourself and call it a day. Like just really and do that as many times throughout the day that you need to. It doesn't have to be this strict thing, kind of thing. Like, you make it work for you. You do it the way that feels good for you. You do the way that's effective for you. But you can also make it a part of your morning routine so that you can kick off the day in an uplifting mood. So some examples of those affirmations might be things like, my mental health challenges don't define who I am. Or, I am allowed to have mental health struggles. Now, these affirmations don't have to be based around mental health. Like I said, they can be whatever you want them to be and whatever you might be needing for yourself in this time and space. So some other examples might be, I am more than my trauma. I love myself unconditionally. I am grateful for all that I have in my life. I am mentally strong. My feelings are valid. If you found value in this, make sure you hit that like button to let me know. And if you want to keep in touch, follow me over on Instagram, where I share more daily content and more on my day-to-day life. And you can see me outside of my makeup and hair and me looking like a hot mess. And you can keep up with some of my van life adventures. If you want more content like this showing up on your YouTube feed, that subscribe button is waiting for you. So don't forget to hit it on your way out. Thank you. And I will see you next week with a fresh new episode. Alright, if you've done ooh, what the hell was that? That was something big and it just flew into the window and I did not like it. I don't know what it was. I don't want to know. Stay away from my house. You are not welcome here. Why did I move to Australia, honestly? Why? Why did I do this to myself?